Hi, thanks for joining us today. I'm Bruce Glenn, Senior Partner of the Glenn team at Infinitas, and we're talking today with Tracy Ford, who's a member of our IBE Consulting Group. So Tracy, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hi, my name is Tracy Ford, and I'm the Voluntary Benefits Director here for Infinitas, and I'm also a financial advisor.
So voluntary benefits, that's kind of your wheelhouse. That's the main thing you focus on for our team, as well as being a member of the IBE group. At a high level, can you explain what voluntary benefits are?
Yes, so voluntary benefits are benefits that pay people in cash if a critical illness happens in their life. For example, if you get cancer, you have a bad accident, heart attack and stroke, hospitalization, something like that. A lot of people have the misconception that your health and major medical insurance will fully cover you, but that simply isn't true. So this is cash paid to you in the event of a critical illness happening, and you can use that money for whatever you would like.
Yeah, and you've shared with me before, and with a lot of different businesses we work with, that that's actually the number one cause of bankruptcy.
Yes, that's correct. Yes, so it's the number one cause of bankruptcy is medical bills. And then people also get into credit card debt and therefore can't save for retirement because they're so busy paying off their bills. So this is just an extra supplement to help them pay either their rent, buy groceries if they're not working, or they can even use it to pay those medical bills that aren't covered.
So one thing that IB Consulting Group and the Glenn team and Infinitas, one thing we focus on is our benefit offerings to companies. We like to be a turnkey, kind of a one-stop benefit offering for companies. Can you explain to folks how that would work if someone from Human Resources or a CFO or owner or CEO is watching? What do they know about voluntary benefits?
So you can have multiple providers for voluntary benefits, which honestly, I think that's a good thing to provide for your employees because employees like a choice. So if you only provide one, then they have to take that cancer plan. Well, what if there's another cancer plan out there that has more features and benefits that the employee would rather have?
And with the company, I mean, what does it cost the company to have this?
It costs the company nothing. These are additional benefits that the employer can provide for their employees at no cost to them. So it doesn't affect their bottom line, which is, health insurance, all the other benefits does cost the company something. So employees are excited when they have, benefits, additional benefits like this. So.
And that's really important right now, especially with unemployment being as low as it is.
Right.
I mean, a lot of companies are looking for more offerings to recruit people with and to retain their people with. So we have the voluntary benefits, 401k, 529 college savings plans. Our members include group health benefits and dental and vision and a little bit of everything else.
Well, that's funny you say that because one of the statistics says that 57% of people, when looking for a job, look at the benefits provided. So that's pretty high, really.
Oh, it's huge.
Yeah. So, but it also costs the company usually a ton of money. So this does not.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to continually hire and try and train and turn over employees. If you just give good benefits on the front side, it can help that retention side as well as the recruiting side. So Tracy, you're independent. You have a lot of different companies that you can provide service for, but obviously you've got your ones that you feel better about. Can you explain how you get that fit right for the company you're working with or the particular person you're working with on voluntary benefits?
Right. I do have one company that I prefer, and the reason is because they have a return of premium feature.
Oh, okay.
So that's amazing for employees. I personally never participated in voluntary benefits because I looked at it as a cost.
Right.
And I thought, I'm going to take my chances. But in this instance, if you get cancer, we pay you benefits. That's what insurance is for. But if you don't, we give you 100% of your money back. So to me, it's pretty much common sense.
Right.
Why wouldn't you do it? It's extremely affordable.
Yeah.
I always joke and say, if I win the lottery, I'm going to start a car insurance company that does this. Can you imagine? You don't get in any wrecks and they give you your money back. Or even if you get in a vehicle accident, they just subtract what they paid you from the claim and give you the difference.
Yeah, that'd be nice to revolutionize the car insurance world. And it is the voluntary benefits. So that's good. So what are some personal stories that you might share?
Yeah, so I have some great stories. I mean, good and bad. I've had people come in, sit down with me and say, "Oh, you were here last year and I decided not to participate. I've been diagnosed with cancer. Can I participate?" So that's rather sad because
It's too late at that point.
It's too late at that point. But I've had some great success stories. A lady came in and she was right in the middle of chemo and sat down and just wanted to thank me because she said I wouldn't have been able to pay my rent had it not been for you.
Wow.
So that's huge to me. I love helping people, and that just makes my day when something like that happens. It's pretty amazing to know that you're making a huge difference in somebody's life. And then I have fun stories as well. I personally hand people their return of premium check, which is super fun. So the largest check I've ever given is $50,000, and the guy said, "I'm going to go buy a new truck with this money." So,
so what are some other key features or value differentiators about if a company were to bring you in? Because once you get into a company that you stay there forever, they love you, and but why is that? What do you do that's different than what they may be getting just from the regular enrollment agents for XYZ company that's not really an owner provider like yourself? I mean, you own your firm,
right?
And then you have an insurance company, multiple ones you represent. But I mean, that's different when you're working with the owner.
Yes, because I do hear when I go in, "Oh, we had voluntary benefits before. They came in one time and never came back to reservice." So my specialty is service. I love helping the owner. So I come in, meet with the employees one-on-one, take the load off of the HR person or the owner. So really, they just have to process the payroll form. They don't have to educate them. They don't have to enroll them. I literally do all the heavy lifting for them. I like tailoring each individual needs to what has happened in your life or what you've seen happen around you. So that's what I really like about it. The other thing, it is payroll deducted. So employees like that as well. That's a benefit for them. They don't have to worry about it bouncing if it doesn't go through. And also it's portable, meaning they can take it with them.
Yeah, that's huge.
If they ever leave the employer at the same group rate. So the employer still gets the credit because they wouldn't get that group rate for that inexpensive. So
yeah, wow, that is great.
So I love that I'm also a financial advisor. So when I sit down with people and they have no life insurance, I can help with that. Or if they are inheriting some money, I can help them, what to do with that and how to make money on that money, how to invest it. So I love being able to do both.
Tracy, any kind of last thoughts? And I'd like you to really touch on who really do you think this is something that they just can't ignore?
Okay. I think it really applies to everybody, but just because of my personal experience, when I went through a divorce, it was just me. So if I would have been unable to work and going through cancer treatments, I'm the one that pays all the bills. I'm the one that's fully responsible. I have no one else to help me. So I think sometimes we think, "Oh, I'm not married. I don't have kids to worry about or a husband." But that's a huge thing. If something like that happens, it can be devastating to you and take you a long time to get back on your feet.
One thing that we run into with companies in the corporate environment is they may have benefits fair a certain time of the year, or the group health insurance, dental and vision, maybe it's November, in the fall they've got an enrollment period, but with voluntary benefits, it's really not an enrollment period as such, right?
That's exactly right. So I do have a lot of people that want me to come in April because their open enrollment is in October for their health insurance. Well, that's a lot to bring me in at the same time. So this is after tax deducted. So the employees, when they get their return of premium, owe no tax on that money, but it's also they can cancel at any time or enroll in any time. And a lot of the other providers out there do not allow you to do that. You're locked in for a year. The other thing that I wanted to mention as well, Bruce, is there is no physical tests or blood tests to qualify for this. As an employer offering, most of my products come with no blood tests, physical exams, anything like that. You just automatically qualify for that. Unless you have cancer, if you're currently going through cancer treatment, there is a time period of 5 years before I can write you a policy. So it's not forever.
Wow, that's a game changer, because most of our private wealth clients, when we're working with them and we're deciding if they need some life insurance to cover their plan, make sure that they can pay off the home and get the kids through college and get to retirement and everything good if someone was to pass away. But a lot of them will say, well, we've got group insurance, group life insurance at work. And in most cases, that's not portable. In fact, this is the first time I've heard one being portable. So this is really game changing. Because that way, that if they have a bad medical situation and they no longer can qualify, because that's what happens. Say somebody does work with the same company for 10, 20, 30 years or whatever, and now they're older, and maybe they're on blood pressure medication or cholesterol or have had some kind of a bad issue, and they can no longer get their own life insurance policy.
Right.
But if they have that group insurance policy and it is portable, then they do still have the coverage.
Exactly. That's huge. It's a total game changer. So employers love it. I'm excited to offer that as well.
Yeah, very good, very good.
So. What?
Pregnancy?
Oh,
she said
I was like, you want me to suck in my belly?
you kept saying, I forgot to say maternity.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where you're going to put it in, but
just going off.
So tell me about it real quick, and then I'll tease up the question.
So just that, and when I was talking about the different voluntary, I didn't mention a hospital plan, which does cover pregnancy.
Okay.
I think that's huge about the young people getting it, and it does cover that.
Sure. Okay. So Tracy, I mean, you've got policies for heart and cancer and stroke and things like this. What about younger families that may be having kids and hospitalization? How's that work?
Yeah, so we have it works exactly the same way. You get your money back if you don't use it. It is a hospital plan, so if you do become pregnant, it does cover childbirth, and it's cash paid directly to them. In addition to whatever their major medical covers, this is just cash for the pregnancy and childbirth.
Okay, I'm going to throw something in here that I've seen happen to clients before also. If you have a baby at the hospital, even though your insurance has approved your stay at the hospital, make sure you call as soon as that baby's born and get that baby added on, because you would think that's automatic. It's not. So
yes, people are shocked to learn that as well.
I know. Yeah.
Cheesy. Yeah. Which kind of goes back to my point earlier, who needs this?
Yeah.
And I think everybody, because a lot of people come to me reactively and say, oh my gosh, I should have gotten this policy. Well, get it while you qualify. If you haven't had cancer, it's affordable, go ahead and get it. And then if it does happen, you are completely covered. You're not on the reactive end of everything.
All right, well, super. Well, thanks a lot, Tracy. That's a member of the IBE Consulting Group, and a team member on the Glenn team at Infinitas, and a voluntary benefits expert, as well as a financial advisor. So anyway, if you like this information, feel free to share it with some other folks out there and see if we can help people.
Yes, sounds great. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks.
Yeah.